What's up guys, this is Coach Donny with ElevateYourself.org. Welcome to my volleyball coach reaction to Season 1, Episode 21. If you're new to this channel, I'm a volleyball coach, volleyball player, and personal trainer that provides volleyball tutorials, jump training videos, and other cool volleyball content. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for more content. Thank you to all of you who attended my first YouTube premiere. It was a fun experiment and really cool to see how excited everyone was. It was also fun to participate in the group chat and interact with you guys. Even though I requested no spoilers in the chat, unfortunately, some people chose to be selfish and didn't follow the no spoilers rule, so I had to leave the chat. Those type of people really irritate me because they ruin it for everyone else. Even though YouTube Premiere was fun to try, I don't think I'll be doing another one anytime soon. I'll continue to announce when the next Haikyu video will be posted in the community section, so make sure you watch out for those posts. I didn't notice Kageyama's change in language at the end of the last episode. It looks like when things get really tense, the old Kageyama tends to come out. But I'm sure Kageyama will continue to mature over time, and it's only normal to regress to old behaviors here and there. Either way, it was a good experience for him to get subbed out. Thanks for the awesome background information about the author and how volleyball was such a big part of his high school experience. He definitely accomplished his goal of wanting to share his passion with both volleyball and non-volleyball players. What makes Haikyu so magical is how fans who never played volleyball end up loving the sport of volleyball and get so into an anime about the sport they've never played. It just goes to show how authentic passion is contagious. Even though Oikawa knows how to physically make his team better through his setting skills, that shouldn't be the only requirement to be the team captain. In my opinion, as a coach and a player, a captain should be setting the example of how to put his team above his own ambition and not make the team about himself. When you're more concerned about talking to your girl fan club while the rest of your team is inside the gym trying to get ready for a tournament, that sends a really bad message and communicates to your team that you expect special treatment and are above your own teammates. A good captain should be setting the example of how to be focused, ready, present, and team-oriented. Even though I think Oikawa is a poor choice for a team captain, I do appreciate that the author still selected him as a captain for Seijo in order to show the variety of captains you will see on all the different teams, which makes it very realistic. If you've been enjoying my videos, please consider supporting me on my Patreon, where you receive exclusive access to my monthly live Q&A sessions, podcasts, my private blog, behind the scenes footage, and more. Also, the first 200 members to sign up will automatically be entered to win an Elevate Athletic Tee 2.0, so make sure that you sign up today with the link below. Make sure you watch my reaction videos all the way to the end because I just started putting different outros for each video just for you guys. Now let's get this Haikyu party started. There Kageyama is, about to get subbed out. Ooh. And Suga is ready. Look at that game face. And Seijo is unimpressed. Who is this guy? Okay, that's actually wrong. I know this is a small detail, but if the Haikyu artists are putting so much detail in all the other ones, they should have done the same for this scene. When you're subbing players out, you actually have to do it in front of the 3-meter line. Right now you'll see Suga and Kageyama subbing behind the 3-meter line, or also called the 10-foot line in America. If you do this, it can actually be called a delay of game by the referee because it's an illegal substitution, and if you continue to do this, you can actually lose points for delaying the game further. The only person that can switch in and out behind the 3-meter line is the libero. So I'm surprised they didn't catch this. Oh yeah. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe Suga is gonna take it to another level. But he knows that the team does ride on the success of Kageyama and Hinata. Ooh, I love it. Hinata is now keeping Kageyama in check. He's pushing back and helping him to stay to a higher standard. He knows how to get through to Kageyama. Yeah, learn from someone who's been playing more than you, or playing longer than you have. Man, another punch. So many martial arts moves in this. A chop, vertical chop, and then a high five. This is awesome. He knows that I just need to get on the court and just bring everyone's spirits up. That's amazing. That's great leadership. Something that Kageyama at least can't do right now because he's too serious. Yeah. Wow, he's calling him out now. That's great. And now Kageyama's asking, like, was I really doing that? Yeah, you know, as of all people, the most airheaded player, Hinata is the one that makes the most accurate observation about him. Oh, that's cool. They have a little handbook to look at the teams. I love how serious this tournament is. Yeah, Suga keeping people in check. What is that? Oh, it's the hand signal. Mr. Refreshing. I wonder what he means by that. Good pass, Daichi. Ooh, he got his hitters one-on-one on the first set. Straightforward where the block is low. Oh, right in front of their big blocker, Tsuki. That's what we say too in the US, denied. Oh, interesting. That's what the strategy was. Switch block. Sometimes teams will switch their natural blocking positions so that a better blocker will be lined up with a better hitter. So here, Tsuki is the better blocker, and so they probably switched him so he can line up with maybe I don't know who attacked from Seijo, but maybe the left side hitter. So I think earlier what K-pop was saying is you are lined up with Suga so you can swing low and around him because he's not that big of a blocker, but Tsuki ended up taking that spot by surprise. So that was a really cool move. You rarely see this at the high school level because most hitters at the high school level aren't advanced enough to really exploit these type of matchups. Usually you'll see this at the college and very often at the professional level, even though it's still a pretty cool insight into the game of volleyball strategy. I love his positivity. Oh yeah, he knows he's a blocking liability, so that's what he said. Oh, even Tsuki's a little nervous. That's rare. Usually he's the one making other people nervous. 12-20, let's see if they can catch up. There's the hand signal. This music is so uplifting. Nice up, man, you have a lot of time to say, nice up receiver, Kaniva-chan. Oh, that guy jumps high. Max jump from Hinata. Oh, Hinata got a block. One thing that Suga is doing an amazing job of, he's just bringing tons of positive energy on the court. You notice that when Kageyama was still on the court, things were getting more and more tense, and for good reason, right? They were down by 8 points, and they felt like they were losing a lot of momentum. They were getting discouraged. Everyone was making mistakes. And that's one thing that you have to do as a sub, is as soon as you get on the court, you can make an impact without even touching the ball by uplifting everyone's spirits. You don't have to lie to them and say, hey, good pass, even though it wasn't a good pass. But you can say, hey, good hustle. Come on, guys, let's keep going. Keep your heads up, things like that. And you'd be amazed at how just being a little bit more positive and more energetic can make everyone play a lot better. He's treating him like a little puppy. Ooh, he's teaching them. He's saying max jump. Fully commit because they're probably going to set the quick. But he was on the sidelines studying the game. That's what was so great about Suga being off the court. That's right, as soon as he gets on, he has a strategy. That's leadership, that's why they're fired up. Kageyama, I think, knows that he was the one that was messing up a little bit, bringing the team down a little bit. So I don't think he's taking that personally. Look for the hand signal behind the short shorts. Yeah, throw out those gang signs. Oh, great dig by Daichi. Okay, what's Hinata gonna do? What's the hand signal? I don't know what the hand signals mean yet. A little bit higher set to let Hinata rise. Oh, no block up. I love it, beating them with your mind. This is great for Kageyama to observe. He's relying on his teammates to be better. These animations are so cool with the score going across. There's the turn up top or carrot top, whatever his name is. Oh, there he is. The girl's screaming already. But they want it. Four-step approach, remember? All that power. Oh, right in between. This is one of the best places to serve, is in between two players. Whether it's a slow ball or fast ball, you always run the risk of having them miscommunicate. This is actually my favorite place to serve, is straight ahead, right in between two players, what we call the seam, which is the space in between two passers. Now the way you deal with this is you have to predetermine who's going to get which ball in between. So it should be Nishinoya committing to the seam because he's the libero. Ooh, a short serve or a float. Oh, that's very advanced. You only see that usually at the professional level. So he jumped up like he was going to serve hard and then softened his hand and turned into a short float. Another hard serve in between two other players. Let's see if they cross seams. There we go. Call that seam early. Let's see what Suga is going to do. Oh, back row attack to... That's right, they practiced that. Oh, that's a good dig. Let's see if he's going to hit the overpass. Jump up and hit it. Of course, Kageyama's going to be critical from the sideline. Keep track of the turn up top, so you have time to follow him. You don't have to fully commit. So get up a little bit lower so you can jump higher. Ooh. Oh, good hustle. But I thought the player touched it before it went out. But hey, that was much better. Even though they lost that set, how they lost the set is very, very, very important. Sometimes you know mentally that there's a very low chance you're going to come back, so your focus should be, how can I build up as much momentum to carry into the next game, because that will help your next set start on a much better note and you have a fresh start. 0-0, another chance to win. That's what I would say in the team meeting is, hey guys, we got tons of momentum, great job with how we ended that last set. Don't talk about the loss, just talk about the positive things that came out about it and focus on those and try to start the next match with those positive elements. They should call him Vegeta. His hair is like Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, thinking thanks to Suga. Suga's given him a lot of guidance, and that's the benefit of having an experienced player. Ooh. I'm curious if he's going to put Kageyama back in or if he's going to continue with Suga. Overly focused on them, on Hinata. Just a different rhythm. Okay, Radish Head, that's what he's called. Maybe I'll just start calling him Vegeta. Oh, so he waits in the air a little longer before he makes a decision, which gives the blocker a little more time to rise to their peak. Yeah, now you have two setters that can contribute equally in different ways. And they're working together. This is great team chemistry. Oh, he's gonna tell him that he wants to play now? Yeah, that's the spirit of a competitor. He's being very honest. Oh, he's teaching Kageyama how to deal with the mental aspect of the game. And he's reminding him that you can't just focus on yourself. This is a good leader here. Team effort. Volleyball is the ultimate team sport. I love this dynamic duo. What a promise. What a comeback. When we come back in, I'm gonna set you. I love that determination. Yeah, Suga still gets the job done, even if it's not the prettiest. Very much like his playing style. Not the most athletic, but gets the job done. This is great. You have two great leaders on the court. Even if Suga's less skilled, the ability to lead your team in a better way, you bring out more out of your players. Leadership and maturity are such overlooked qualities, but very, very important to develop in a team. It's more than just being older, because it's very possible to be a younger player, but more mature and have better leadership qualities than some of your upperclassmen. I think Kageyama and Suga are great examples of, you have Kageyama, who's very, very talented, but mainly knows how to make himself better and not necessarily everyone else around him outside of his setting ability. And you have Suga, who is less talented, but actually increases the skill of everyone else around him, which is arguably a little bit more important than having a more skilled player. You'll observe this with great players in almost every team sport. They might not always be the fastest, the tallest, the strongest, but it's their ability to elevate the skills of everyone else around them. Giba from Brazil, arguably one of the greatest players of all time, was only around 6'2". Even though he had a really good vertical jump, he didn't jump the highest out of all the top players in the world. And yes, he was an amazing player, but the people who played with Giba often said what made him great was his ability to make everyone around him great. And that's a really special quality to have. Yeah, how are they going to deal with Oikawa's service? They should have Daichi and Nishinoya take up more court. Those are two of the more aggressive passers. Give them more space to get after the ball. Ooh, Tsuki being efficient. Let's see if he gets excited. Oh, he said thanks. And he didn't say something sarcastic. That's rare. Yeah. Positivity, encouragement, affirmation. Hopefully Kageyama's taking notes on how he can make his game better by making his teammates better. At least I'm not the only one who doesn't like Tsuki. So it's about adapting to your hitters as a setter. Another great insight from someone on the bench. This is a great team culture at Karasuno, when you have people who aren't on the court contributing to the team. Yes! They did it! They have Daichi and Nishinoya taking up the space. I love it. Let your two best passers just do what they do. Everyone else get the heck out of the way. Or you can have one player just kind of take a small sliver just so make it a little easier on them, but this is great. Although this is a little harder to do on a jump serve to receivers. But if you have two passers that just are hyper aggressive and very skilled at reading the serve, this will work very well. What are you gonna do, K-pop? No girls cheering for you now. Oh, I love it. He took it. He cut the ball off. Oh, K-pop is impressed. Nice receiver. That never gets old. Yeah, you don't want to let K-pop get into a rhythm. Come on, you gotta set Asahi. He hasn't gotten any action yet. Oh, they changed the ball again. This is not the Mikasa Fisa tech. I think someone said in the comment from a last episode that they do this on purpose just as a fun bonus footage. But they can't get this past me. I watch way too much volleyball not to let these slip by. Tanaka! My man. He's gonna crush it. Oh, tooled off the block. Just give him a hittable ball. I love it. Oh, this is the first time that oh, he got some respect from K-pop. This is the first time I guess they broke K-pop's serving streak. He only got one. Give him a hittable ball. No need to be too tricky or too fancy. Give them something to hit and crush to let your hitters be as good as they can be. Oh, another one. I think that's from Asahi. Oh, they're up by 1 point. This is awesome. That's a compliment, but I don't know if I want to hear the compliment that way. Yeah, they're all just very calculated, simple, and effective. Ooh, right over Suga. That's what the other team wants. They want to exploit Suga as a weaker blocker. That's those matchups that we talked about. Oh, they're finally catching on. Remember how I mentioned in previous episodes that the team that makes the last adjustment is the team that will win. So Karasuno did a great job making their adjustment by bringing Suga in. So not only did their passing improve, and they adapted their passing formation to help defeat K-pop serve, but Suga also brought a different offensive strategy and setting decisions that threw Seijo off. But now Seijo is starting to keep track of their patterns and starting to exploit and read what Suga's doing. The real question is, will Karasuno adapt in time to end up on top? Because right now it's 15-14. Because right now Seijo is ahead by a little bit, and if Karasuno doesn't make another adjustment soon, Seijo might end up on top. Volleyball is a game of momentum. Yeah, overusing their left side hitters. That can be a predictable offense. Now they gotta run Hinata more. Mix it up. Get those middles jumping with your quick hitters again. Let's see who he sets here. Oh, I love the animation when the ball is spinning in the eye. Let's see how Kageyama interprets being benched now. Maybe that just means someone took your spot and is better than you at that moment. Yeah, our goal's the same, just on different spots on the team. Oh, the frustration from Kageyama. This is great motivation. Sometimes subbing you out is a great way to motivate you to work harder. That's a lot of sweat. Kageyama doesn't communicate a lot with his teammates. Besto, I think that's an English word. Ooh. Come on, set Hinata. Get that quick set going. Oh! Radish read it. Now it might be a good time to sub Kageyama back in, change the rhythm again. And also get more blocks from Kageyama because they've been hitting over Suga. Oh, yes. Oh, the ace is demanding it. I love it. And he's not even looking at him. He's saying, give it to me. That's what great hitters do. They demand the ball. It's like, let me take care of it. Ooh, that was a cool animation with the eyes. We gotta watch that again. I don't know what anime reminds me of. Oh, so cool with the eye lasers. Oh, setting back row too. Come on, Asahi. Oh, destroyed the block. I love it. Asahi is always been physically ready, but now he's mentally ready. He's embraced his role. We'll see if Kageyama can change it up in time. I love how Suga just accepts the situation and knows that I did my job. I came in and gave the team a boost. Yeah. Sometimes connections can't be trained all the time. And the time Kageyama had off the court, he had a chance to reflect on himself, learn something from Suga. What was that? That was so weird. Go win this. That's strange. I wonder why they did it with a white background and handwritten, unless it's something different in Japanese. Maybe you guys can tell me what was so interesting about that scene, kind of thrown off guard. Yeah, you can't just go predictable all the time. This is a pattern you often see at the high school level, where sometimes when setters don't know what to do or they panic, they just keep setting left side, left side, left side, and then their offense becomes predictable. And maybe that's what Suga was starting to do because he didn't have confidence in his middle set or his back set. So even if you can't set the middle or behind you as well, you still want to try those sets, one, to get better at them, but also just to give your other team a different look so your offense isn't as predictable. So this is great feedback from Coach Ukai. Yes. Oh, that was an intense acknowledgement. I wonder if that really happens in Japan. When a coach gives feedback, and does a player get that intense when they accept their feedback? Yeah, everything rides on having a quick attack, especially at that level, at a high level. Let's see if Kageyama has learned anything about the mental game and being a teammate. Here are my thoughts on episode 21. It was really cool to finally see Suga in action and how he was able to make an immediate impact as soon as he stepped on the court. He was very honest about his shortcomings, but he didn't let that limit his ability to still contribute to the team. One thing I love about his leadership and being an upperclassman is even though he's not a starter, he still knows that he can teach something to Kageyama and isn't intimidated by Kageyama's skill. And fortunately, Kageyama is respectful enough to receive and learn from Suga's experience. Another fun scene is when Hinata exposed Kageyama and Kageyama felt uncomfortable because maybe this is the closest he's ever been to someone where someone knows him well enough to call out his own behavior. Asahi is also quickly becoming one of my favorite characters because he's a gentle giant. He's a powerful man with a soft heart, and to see him evolve into the ace to where he can kill the ball on command and knows that he is the one that has to get his team out of tough situations, that's an amazing evolution to where he was, where he quit the team because he felt like he wasn't good enough or he let the team down. I wish they could combine Suga and Kageyama, where you bring Suga's leadership, positive energy, and then Kageyama's height and skill. There is one way to get best of both worlds. They can run what they call a 6-2 formation, where Suga can set from the back row while Kageyama hits in the front row, and then when Kageyama rotates in the back row, he can set when he's in the back row, and then a bigger, better hitter can sub in for Suga when he's in the front row. Maybe they should have Asahi and Daichi be the two outside hitters because Daichi is a really good passer and Asahi is still a very good left side hitter, and then maybe have Tanaka sub in front row for Tsuga on the right side. So I'm curious if they'll try that in future episodes. Don't tell me if they do because I want to be surprised. Another cool aspect of Tsuga is you see his confidence growing to where he's at a point where he actually really wants to play again and he doesn't view himself as a backup. So I can't wait to see him earn even more opportunities because he's just going to be even more motivated to work hard and try to take that starting spot from Kageyama. One thing that was great about Kageyama being subbed out is he didn't sit on the bench and sulk and pout like many high school players do when they get subbed out. He used that time to reflect on what happened, listen to his teammate who was trying to give him feedback, and also observe what Suga was doing well and how he can continue to improve his other parts of the game. Also, he spent that time fighting with Hinata, which is always fun to see. Like I said before, we'll see if Karasuno can make the last adjustment to win the second set and push it to a third set. Otherwise, Seijo is just going to win if Karasuno fails to adapt. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.